Hey guys, just a quick little vlog here. I haven't vlogged in like a little over a month, and obviously it's just the seasons are changing, and it's really getting cold now. I've ridden a few times in the low 30s and high 20s, which is not nearly as much fun as my what's it like to ride in the cold video, and as you know, that wasn't much fun either. So my video today is in response to a very nice message that I received from a guy in the UK, and he was asking me, you know, basically how I felt about the judge as far as just living with it day to day, and also he's planning on riding with his wife on the back as well. And was just, you know, I mean, it's a very good question to ask of somebody that's had a bike for, I've probably had this now for, I don't know, 7 months or something, 8 months. I got it in May, so whatever that works out to be, 7 months, I guess. And so here's his situation. He's in the UK. He's been riding 125cc scooters, and then he doesn't have a motorcycle license yet, and now he is looking to, I think he just bought his first, he either just bought or is about to buy his first 125cc scooter that is not an automatic, because I think in the UK your automobile license covers you on a bike. I mean, you don't have to get a separate motorcycle license for anything 125cc or under, I think is how he described it. So now, you know, he's looking at getting his license early next year, and congratulations to you for going for that. I think that's obviously a great idea. And he's wondering if the judge would be, you know, how I like it. Would it be good for commuting? He's got about, I think he said, either a 20-minute or a 20-mile commute. That probably makes a big difference. I should know that, because that's you're going to be stuck in traffic a lot of it. Anyway, the point being that his question is, essentially, it took me this long to actually get to his question, what do I think of the judge, and do I think it would be good as a commuting bike back and forth to work in traffic? He did mention that he's got some traffic to deal with, as well as would it be good for him just going on, you know, longer trips with his wife on the back? My answer to both of those is probably not, unfortunately. As much as I like the judge, I really do, and I have a blast on it, it is not a bike that I would want to really use in heavy traffic, and I'll get to that in a second, and B, in no way, shape, or form is it a bike that I would really consider having a person on the back. So, first things first, the commuting part. If you are in heavy traffic, you may consider me to be a complete wuss. But, oh man, I had like a little, I don't know, a little piece of hair or something that was tickling my lips. I love this little corner here with all the sand, and I couldn't really get rid of it. Okay, back to what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by, I forget. Okay, so I am a complete wuss. To me, this clutch on victories, I think pretty much all victories, I mean, I've found a few used ones where maybe there's just more broken in, or I have no idea. This clutch is a little bit stiff. It's just the way it just tends to be in cruiser land. I mean, except for the Japanese bikes like a Yamaha, Suzuki, Honda, Kawasaki, they tend to be, well, except for, I mean, I haven't really tried a Kawasaki, I shouldn't say that, but they tend to be lighter clutches. This to me, I mean, for regular daily driving is fine. Don't get me wrong, I have no problem with it there. But if you are going to be in heavy traffic and it's going to be stop and go, and you're going to be clutching and declutching, clutching and declutching. That's going to get really old really fast unless you have, Mr. Universe muscles. So I'm not sure that I could really recommend it for stop and go traffic just because of the clutch. Now, if that's not a big deal to you and you feel, you go and you sit on a Victory and you try it, you try out the clutch, try the clutch not just once or twice. Try it, a couple hundred times and see how you do. Because when I've done practice runs with my friends, just going through parking lots, I tend to wuss out a little bit earlier than they do. And one of them is on a BMW 1200 GS, and the other is on a Honda Shadow Aero 750, both of which have substantially lighter clutches than this. So that is a consideration in traffic. As for whether or not you would want to ride this bike with a passenger on the back, you may want to. You may not mind. Your passenger, however, will hurt you, will leave you, will want to hunt you down and kill you. This, of all the Victories, this is probably the least suited to two-up riding. That being said, if you are looking at two-up riding, I would, if you really have your heart set on the Victory engine and the Victory name, then maybe a cross-country would be a good option for you, something like that. The rest of the Victory bikes pretty much have, or maybe a Crossroads, a Victory Crossroads would be an option. Other than that, the seats are pretty much one-person seats, and they are, there's, if your passenger weighs over, and I don't mean anything personal, but I mean, if your passenger, let's say, if your passenger is over the age of 10, they may not fit on the back of a Victory, of a Judge. And if they're over 10, they're going to be pretty much experienced enough to know that they don't want to be on the back of it. So that's kind of a lose-lose.